Well, Xarelto is a new drug that's been the subject of a lot of scrutiny and many new lawsuits. Attorney Jim Higgins with the Higgins Firm recently stopped by to give us an update on the litigation surrounding the drug. Take a look. And we've got Jim Higgins back with us today. Jim, it's always great to see you.
Thank you.
All right, today we're talking about some cases that your firm is reviewing that involve this blood thinner drug that's relatively new called Xarelto. So tell us a little bit about these cases. What happened here?
Well, Xarelto is a new blood thinner, and it's supposed to be used for, a lot of times people may get it after a knee surgery or a hip surgery to help them from getting a clot.
Right.
And for decades and decades, doctors always use Warfarin or Coumadin. Those were kind of the standard blood thinning drugs that we have to make sure you don't get a clot and the dangers that come with those. And this one's a relatively new drug, and we've heard of the other was Pradaxa that there were a lot of lawsuits on that just settled for, I think, $450 million. The whole class did.
We've heard a lot about those.
Yes, and this is another one that we feel that it may have the same type problems, and those problems are. Unlike Coumadin and these other blood thinners that people take, there's no way to reverse it. And if people start having a bleed when they're on Xarelto, it can be uncontrollable. And they've had people that we believe have bled to death because of it. Goodness. And it's a scary thing. And so what the lawsuits have alleged are that the company that is produced this and manufacturing and is selling it is they talked a lot about all the benefits of it, and there are some benefits to these drugs, but they didn't do enough to warn people that, hey, this could be dangerous. Talk to your doctor about it. We don't know that they did enough to warn the doctors about the fact that there's no way to reverse it if you start having a bleed. So that's what the litigation's about. That's what we're kind of investigating in these cases, and that's what the lawsuits have alleged that are pending so far.
Exactly. And from what we understand too, these cases have been consolidated. So tell us the significance of that.
All right, so what happens in any of these drug cases where there's been a recall and we think thousands of people may be impacted by it, once so many lawsuits get filed, and that's what's happened in Xarelto, is it can get out of hand. And so the courts say, hey, wait a second, let's put all these in one place. So whether we filed this lawsuit here in Tennessee or New York or Michigan or wherever, right now they're all going to get consolidated, it looks like, in Louisiana. And that way, you're not getting the same thing done 50 different ways in courts across the country, and it's a way to let the litigation move forward in a more organized manner. And once it gets to a certain point, the judge will pick a few of what they call bellwether cases, and they'll say, all right, go try these cases and see what happens.
Right.
And then we'll look at it all from there. A lot of times settlements happen before that, sometimes they don't, but that's where it is in these initial stages.
That makes sense. And before we go, if someone thinks they've been injured by a drug like this or maybe another drug, what should they do when they call your office? Does it cost anything to set up a consultation and talk through it?
No, we don't. We talk to people all the time, and so many times they don't need a lawyer, but you just kind of want to know where your rights are, where you stand. So call us. We don't mind talking to you. If you've gotten a drug that you think had a bad or adverse, or you read about a recall and you were on it, then you're welcome to call our office.
All right, helping out a lot of people. Jim, thank you so much.
All right, thank you.
The Higgins Firm is serving Tennessee. Give them a call at 615-924-8500 or go to higginsfirm.com.